Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to build Gemini AI-powered command line application using Python. To connect with Gemini API, we will use Google Python SDK. Our program allows the user to enter the question directly in terminal. It will send the request to Gemini and display the generated response. We will also make our application interactive that user can continuously ask question until user type exit on their program. Basically, we are focusing on how we can integrate generative AI in our programs. And in our case, we are going to use Google Gemini. So without talking too much, let's see the demonstration and start the program. So I'm going to hit the run button. After hit the run button, as you can see, first it print Gemini CLI. Then it asks type exit to quit the program. But this time I'm going to continue a conversation. I want a proper conversation with Gemini, such as "Hello Gemini, my name is John," and I hit enter. After that, it takes little time to generate the response. This is Gemini answer. "Hello John, it is great to meet you. How can I help you today?" Then I ask Gemini, "What is Python?" and I hit enter. After that, we need to wait for some time to get the result. And this is the answer provided by Gemini. Python is a high-level, interpreted general-purpose programming language known for its simplicity and readability. And it returned a huge answer. Key features of Python, what is Python used for, everything, sample code, example, etc. So finally, I am in my Visual Studio Code editor and I create a Python file main.py. Now, at first, we need to install the module. We need to install Google GenAI module. And to install the module, I'm going to open Windows PowerShell. And here, I'm going to type pip install Google GenAI. And I'm going to hit enter. After hit enter, as you can see, requirement already satisfied because I already installed this module in my system, but you need to complete the download process and it is important. Now to use generative AI Gemini, Google Gemini, you need to go and jump into the Google AI Studio and you need to click on it. After that, it will redirect to this page and you need to click on get started. Then you need to click on this option called manage dashboard. From here, you can generate your API keys. Just click on create API key, it will generate the API key. Here you can see the API key and your project name. Just click on it. First, you can select a name for your key, then click on create project and it will generate a new key. In our case, I already generated the new key. And to see the key, just click on key option. This is our API key and you need to copy this API key. Next, we need to add the Gemini API key as Windows environment variable because in Google documentation, it recommends this approach. So first of all, you need to search for environment variable in your search bar. And here you can see an option, edit the system environment variables. And you need to click on it. After that, you need to go environment variable option. Take this option and here you can see user variable for computer and system variable and you need to focus on user variable. As you can see, I already add the variable name, Gemini API key and the value. Just click on new option. Then for variable name, type Gemini underscore API underscore key, everything in capital. And for the API key, just you need to copy the API key from that section. Here I copy the API key and back to the variables. And we need to pass the API key value at that section. And then click OK. If you click OK, in our case, I'm going to cancel it because I already assigned this variable and value in my user variable option. Then OK and OK. We are done. Now let's see everything is correct or not. For that, I'm going to check command panel. So I'm going to open Windows command panel, and in Windows command panel, here we need to type echo space %sign Gemini underscore API underscore key in capital. Then if I hit enter, now you can see it returned the API key from our variables. So we successfully implement it. Not only that, also we can verify with Python. For that, I'm going to open Windows PowerShell. To verify from Python, just you need to type python-c import os print os.getenv get environment, and inside the round braces I want to print Gemini API key. So from environment variables, from user variables, it's going to print the Gemini API key. If I hit enter, as you can see, it returned the API key. It is my API key. So everything is successfully integrated. Now we are going to move to the Python code. Now at first we need to import Google GenAI library. For that, here I'm going to type from Google import GenAI. It imports the GenAI module from Google package. And this module provides the Python API that allow your Python program to communicate with Gemini. After that, we need to create a client object. We need to create the Gemini client. For that, here I'm going to define a variable client. Client equal to, I'm going to type Gemini dot client, C in capital. It is a class and we create an object, client object. You can think client as a connection between your Python program and Gemini. After that, I'm going to print a statement, and our statement is Gemini command line tool. Then next, to quit the program, I'm going to print another statement, type exit to quit the program and \n for new line. Now after that, I'm going to start a while loop. So I'm going to type while true. Then inside the while loop, first of all, I'm going to take input from the user. Basically the prompt I want to search for. So here I'm going to define a variable prompt equal to input inside the round braces. Here I type a statement u, and after u, I'm going to take the input. Next, I'm going to set a if condition to handle the exit of this program. So I'm going to type if, it already suggests me to do that, if prompt.lowercase function equal to exit, then inside this if condition, here I'm going to print this statement, exiting Gemini CLI, goodbye. Then I want to break the while loop. So if user press exit in that prompt, it's going to destroy the loop. It's going to break the loop instantly. Basically, here we start an infinite loop, and until we type exit, it's not going to close the loop. And here we use lower function because if user type exit in capital letter, then it's going to convert it into lowercase. And if user type in lowercase, and then it's already in lowercase, that's why it's going to break the loop. It's going to jump into this if condition and break the loop. Next, I'm going to start a try block inside this while loop. So I'm going to type try. Now, why we use try block? This try block is used for error handling. Everything inside this block is a code that might potentially produce an error. And here the important operation is to communicating with Gemini. And there could be many reasons for an error, such as invalid API key, API quota exceeded, network problem, invalid model name, API request problem, etc. Next, inside the try block, we need to send prompt to Gemini. For that, I'm going to define a variable called response. Response equal to, here we need to type client.models.generative content. This line is the most important part of the program. Here we calling Gemini generated content method and ask the model to generate content. And we are going to store the generated result in response variable. Then inside the round braces, first we need to specify the Gemini model. Which Gemini model you want to use. You can skip it, you can directly pass content here, but it is important to specify the model. So in our case, I want to use Gemini 3.6 Flash. So I type model equal to Gemini dash 3.6 dash Flash. Then after comma, and next I'm going to pass the prompt. Some type contents equal to prompt. We need to pass this parameter. Contents equal to prompt. Next, after that, here inside the try block, I'm going to print a heading, just a new line and Gemini. After that, I'm going to print the response text. For that, we need to type this print statement. Print inside the round braces response dot text. This is where the generated text is displayed. And then simply I print a blank print statement for a new line. After that, we need to handle the error. So I'm type except exception as E. I want to print a error message. I want to print the exact error. So I'm type print inside the round braces. I'm going to use F string. Then inside the double quotes, I want to print the error in a new line. So type backslash n error colon inside the curly braces. I'm going to print the error value E. Then backslash n for new line. That's it. And I'm going to set that file. We are done. Now to save that file, let's check the CLI. Is it work properly or not? So I'm going to hit the run button. After hit the run button, as you can see, first it print Gemini CLI. Then it asks type exit to quit the program. So let's check is it successfully exit the program or not. Some type exit and hit enter. After hit enter, as you can see, it print this message exiting Gemini CLI goodbye. This message. Now I'm going to rerun the program again. But this time I'm going to continue a conversation. I want a proper conversation with Gemini, such as, "Hello Gemini, my name is John." And I hit enter. After that, it takes little time to generate the response. This is Gemini answer. "Hello John, it is great to meet you. How can I help you today?" Then I ask Gemini, "What is Python?" And I hit enter. After that, we need to wait for some time to get the result. And this is the answer provided by Gemini. Python is a high-level, interpreted general-purpose programming language known for its simplicity and readability. And it returned a huge answer. Key features of Python. What is Python used for? Everything. Sample code, example, etc. Next, I'm going to ask another question. I have to scroll down a little bit. As you can see, we can ask another question related to it. Then I ask Gemini, "What can I build with it?" And I hit enter again. And we need to wait for a little time to get the answer. And this is the answer provided by Gemini. Then Gemini returned this answer. I would love to help you brainstorm, but you did not mention what it is. So here we need to mention what can I build with Python. Basically, it do not remember the previous conversation. Every time it think it is a fresh query. It's a fresh prompt. And according to it, it return the result. It is not exactly like the website. Because in our website, it remember our old conversation. Because of this while loop, again and again it going to ask the question, and if you want to close the program, just type exit and it going to kill your loop. That's it. I hope now the concept is clear for you. How we can integrate generative AI in CLI tool. We don't need any interfaces for that. So this is it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for our next project.